It's like I have stuff like that. I mean, I should go through this story about that girl that came over the other week, dude.
Yeah, you should. You should tell us about it.
I've been back on Tinder. For people who heard, I actually was shadow banned on Tinder. I don't know what the fuck happened, Tinder. But I've gotten like I started getting like a few matches, and I matched with this one girl, and she within like an hour was asking me all types of like sexual questions and calling me like baby and shit, and I was like, that's fine. I can handle that. So she's texting me. She's like, I'm gonna come over tonight, and I'm gonna spend the night. And I was like, all right, that's fine, you know. And
you want to listen to the Halo 2 soundtrack?
That's all I've got. I'm so autistic. I can't
Marty
be like
O'Donnell.
Yeah. So I'm like, if you're not about Marty O'Donnell, then don't even fucking bother. But dude, so this chick comes over, or she doesn't come over. She's talking all that night, and then she goes to a party at like midnight, and then texts me and is like, I'm gonna come over now. And then she's texting me all weird. I'm like, are you drunk? She's like, yeah, I'm really, really drunk. I'm like, maybe you should not drive over here. Maybe you should go to bed. So the next day she texts me. It's like 11 in the morning. And she's like, can I come over now? And I was like, all right. You know, I'm at my dad's. I'm in like this. We live in a super small town. My dad does. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. But there's like, we can't really get lunch anyway. There's like nothing out here. So she comes over and just goes to my house, and she like bipolar like switches. Like I could tell because she just stopped talking at some point, and I'm like, what's the deal here, dude? Like she went completely different mode. She was just because like she came over, she was like she's doing that thing that women do. They like touch your chest, and I was like, that's cool.
My God, not that thing.
Yeah, you know that thing. And then after like 10 minutes, she just stopped talking, and I was like, what's going on? I started asking her questions, and she'd just be like, she had a tattoo on her arm, and it said something stupid. It was in like French. I was like, what is that? She's like, it's stoicism. And I was like expecting her to like elaborate, and I was like, what's that? She's like, it's like a philosophy. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Pretty cool, man.
And then she starts just like making out, like unprompted, starts making out with me. And after like 20 minutes of that, I had like put on a TV show. So one episode passes, and my hand is like on her leg, like maybe like right around the thigh area, and she like backs away from me and just starts staring at me, and I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I don't know, and I'm like, are we going too fast? Because I'm like, I'm pretty sure we are. I think this is pretty quick. She's like, yeah, I guess. So then I like talked to her for a little while longer, and then like another 20 minutes later, she starts doing it again. She starts making out with me, and my hand is on her knee. Like I have, there's no thigh. It's a knee hand on while she's fucking making out with me. And after like another 10 minutes of that, she just stands up and goes, I'm going to leave. And I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, you're touching down there. Like you're touching down there. And I was like, oh, because there's been no sexual contact whatsoever. I'm not kidding. There's been nothing, like no boobage, absolutely none. Nothing on the inner thigh. At one point, my hand was on like the outside of her thigh, and now it's on the knee, and that is just too much at that point for whatever reason. So she gets in her car and drives away. She literally just stood up and walked out and drove away, and I was like, what did I just do? What have I done? What have I done? You know, I don't know. I don't think I did anything.
Are you sure this was a person?
I think it was a BPD person.
Like a real. You sure this wasn't like an NPC?
It could have been,
ran
dude.
Out of RAM.
Yeah. Literally, it was like
when she came into your house, did she spawn?
Dude,
or did you see her come?
yeah, no, dude, she had to like fucking fade in. It was one of the craziest experiences of my life, and I was scared shitless because I was like, "What? Did I just fucking sexually assault this woman in my house?"
Is this how it happens? Is this how sexual?
Yeah, I was like, "Is this what it's like?" Yeah, so I was horrified. I called Kevin right away, and he's like,
"What have I become?
You didn't do anything." I was like, "Okay, man." I was like really scared. It was brutal.
Weeping on the phone. Like, what did I do?
For a minute, I was like, "What did I do?" I don't know. It was horrifying.
He called me and was like, I had just woken up. It was like 3 p.m. He's like, dude, I don't know what happened. And I'm like, all right, just lay out everything.
She's dead. She's dead.
Went down. He's like, well, we were kissing. I touched her knee, and then she left. And I was like, dude, take it easy. It's all right. It's all right.
It was terrifying, dude. It was brutal.
Yeah.
You're gonna message her and be
I
like,
try.
"Hey."
As she was driving away, I messaged her. I was like, "I'm sorry. I don't know what happened." And like, she had already blocked me, and I was like, "All right, okay, so this is over, and I don't want to think about this anymore." And then I just went and played.
I can't wait to tell the guys about this.
Yeah, I just went. Dude, it's horrifying. I mean, like, what are you supposed to do there? I mean, I don't know. I just went and played fucking video games because I was like, all right. I didn't even get a boner. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even get one. Like that's how kind of like non-sexual this was. It was just like I was just like, all right.
Sounds kind of uncomfortable. Like,
It was
sounds like
extremely
there was no
uncomfortable.
intro.
That just sounds really uncomfortable.
It was weird because it was like I wanted to, if I'm gonna fucking date somebody, I'm like, we should probably, do something first. But she didn't want to, so I was like, all right, fine. And then yeah, just like barely any conversation, and she started it. I was like, all right, what am I gonna say? No.
I don't think she's well.
You think so,
Yeah,
dude?
sounds like might be a problem with her.